bullshit.
then how can you put that against the women since we've been raised from little girls saying we need to cross our legs. We need to cross our legs. We need to be ladylike. Like,
I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea.
You think that's a good idea?
I think that's a great idea.
At the end of the day, I don't think that's a good idea. I got a niece, and if she has to cross her legs because a grown ass man is looking at her, that's a grown ass man.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
That's not what I said at all.
I'm just saying.
That's not what I said at all. All I said is that we're living in a time where girls think that they're playing by the same rules that men can play with. But honestly speaking, men can't handle polygamy. Like, I'm celibate.
Can they?
Yes.
Let me finish. Yeah. Let me finish.
Okay, baby, go ahead.
So men can't handle polygamy in the sense that I can be having sex with a girl and have sex with another girl and still be in love with my girl. Women can have multiple partners, but what ends up happening with a woman, regardless of who the woman is, she can sport fuck for a little while, but she'll get to a point where she gets tired of fucking different dudes and she wants to basically become stabilized and have security with one man. Whereas men can continuously, like I said, I'm celibate, so I'm not even doing this. But just from a male perspective, I can definitely be having sex with multiple women and not get emotionally attached.
Can I tell you
as sick as that is, I believe that.
Can I
you
tell
said
you
what?
Can I
as sick as that is,
it's not sick. It's not sick. It's not sick.
It's not sick because if it was true, it would be great. Because at the end of the day, I was with a polygamous man. I fuck bitches and all. I like bitches too. At the end of the day, he would choose to be sneaky and scandalous.
Then you got a weak man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
That's your choice, though.
Exactly, you're right.
That's
but
your
hey,
choice.
at the end of the day, I haven't met a new man to prove me wrong.
I'm the type of dude, if I'm talking to a girl, like I said, first of all,
they say that a lot,
First
baby.
of all, when I talk to shorties and I'm talking to shorties about bringing them in, I let shorties know right off back. Not even to throw it in their face that I'm gonna be polygamous, but I let them know that, yo, if I want to spread my seed and we come to a point where I give you babies and you're not ready to have no more babies, I'm definitely gonna go to a second woman and keep having babies.
At the end of the day, it's not about baby making or nothing. I love the man who
Sex is actually the purpose of sex is to create babies. The purpose of sex is to create babies.
Okay, so some people don't have that realization though.
It doesn't matter. That's still the purpose.
Okay, but some people don't realize that though.
The purpose of the mic is for you to speak into it, whether you realize it or not. Everything has a defined purpose.
Everything has a defined purpose?
Yes.
Okay, then you need to preach to the men out there that don't realize that, who just want to fuck the fuck.
I ain't even preach it. All I'm saying is that your experience is very subjective to the men that you're choosing.
Oh, I know it is because I know there's good men out there and I haven't experienced them.
Yeah, so that's a subjective experience. What I'm saying is not subjective. This is a general established foundation for human beings. This is just how human beings operate.
Okay. And then pause real quick. We got some super chats. EP sends a super chat. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. He says, show just started and cap level is over 9,000. What is it? I don't even know how to say this. V Trim sends a super chat. He says, social media gave women too many physical options. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Facts.
Ladies in the room. Or Mike, go. You can talk too.
Hell yeah.
I would highly agree. What do you mean how?
What do you mean how?
You can go on 10. Well, no, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah.
Man, screenshot your DMs and tell me how.
No, I'm good.
Go ahead.
I'm all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Screenshot your DMs.
So. But just because they're in their inbox don't mean you gotta.
But that gives you the
respond.
That gives you the option. That's still an option, though.
Still have options.
Baby,
You get 20 times anybody else.
Don't make me take this.
Every time I get in a relationship, I fucking delete my
What'd you
social
say?
media.
You
'cause
go,
I can't
girl.
do that shit.
You
I
go.
Not everybody does that.
I can't do it.
Huh?
I can't do it. I like delete all my pictures.
Hold on. No, hold on.
See, not everybody
Tori's
does that.
talking. And Tori, can you talk into the microphone for me?
Sorry. I usually delete all my pictures off Instagram, like archive them and stuff when I get a boyfriend, just to like keep from the drama.
Okay.
Just
Good
to
idea.
keep the healthiness within the relationship.
Okay, I got you.
mean, if that's what it takes.
But why is it what it takes to keep the drama away
Because
from
I
the
date
relationship?
shitty men, okay?
Okay.
Wait,
me
hold
too.
on. Why does it gotta be shitty?
It's okay.
Hold on. Why does it gotta be shitty?
Because I know the men I date shitty men.
Oh, okay. All right.
So-
Well,
You need to change who you date.
Mama's
Facts.
boys.
Or just
Mama's boys.
Stop talking to guys, period.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I've done.
look,
Just be single.
Y'all basically just admitted. Just admitted that the reason why you end up with niggas that don't know how to handle polygamy or niggas that ain't shit or whatever is because of the way that you choose guys. It's completely.
I don't want to do it.
It's completely
I don't
based
want
off the
more than one
preferences that you
anyways.
choose.
talk to him.
So I would arguably say if I was hitting my head against the wall and I was bleeding, I think the smart thing to do would be to be like, yo, maybe I should stop hitting my head against the wall and figure out another way.
That's exactly what we did.
Exactly. That's
exactly
why
what
we
I did.
single. That's why
Mine
we
fucks
ain't
up
trying
once,
to.
you gotta
Hold on,
go.
one at a time. Tori, go ahead.
Fuck up once, you got to go. One thing
Exactly.
that I don't like, just go find somebody that's gonna like that shit, because
So-
I'm not gonna sit here and force you to be someone you're not.
Exactly.
So going back to what I said before about a girl keeping her legs closed, that's exactly why. If you say that, if a nigga makes a mistake, he gotta go, but he's already fucked you, he won.
Oh,
Y'all
exactly.
lost.
If he fucked you at
Facts.
first night, he wasn't gonna date you anyway.
No, that's not true.
Nah, that's not true.
That's not true.
necessarily
That's not true.
true.
That's not true.
Why does men have to be the only one to dog bitches out? Why can't?
What do you
bitches
mean by
dog-
that?
But yeah, why
Yeah, I need a
Why
better.
can't
I need a
be
better-
in-
These
why,
men out.
why can't I be in control?
Because you're not gonna like a nigga that you're controlling.
Bitch, I pay my own bills. I pay
It
my own
don't matter.
bills.
You're not gonna like a nigga that you're controlling. If you're with a dude and he's constantly following your lead and whatever, you're gonna eventually come to a point where you get tired of his shit because a nigga that's not strong
Okay.
enough to stand in front of his girl is a nigga not worth being with.
So a man who is not strong enough to deal with me, I am gonna leave you. Exactly.
There you
right.
go.
Yeah,
so you can't.
because-
So you can't have it both ways. You can't be
I
like.
want to be able to
you-
talk shit to a
but-
man. He tell me, no, bitch, that ain't how it's gonna
Okay,
go.
but hold on,
That's
hold on,
not
hold on,
how-
So you just contradicted yourself. You basically just said, "Why can't I be dominant? Why can't I be in the lead?"
Because
and then
I
you
do be
want him to
dominant.
shut
let me
you
let me
up.
finish. Let me finish. You basically just said, "Why can't I be dominant? Why can't I be in the lead?" And then followed up by saying, "Yeah, if I'm with a nigga that's not leading me and not dominant, then I'm probably gonna leave him anyway."
But at the end of the day, I'll be with men that aren't dominant, and
And you leave them.
No,
I do what I need to do
men
with
that are.
them.
And you
in
leave 'em.
Hold on, you
control.
said something?
I like men that are in the lead. Like you gotta lead.
Exactly.
Yes, 100%.
Nothing wrong
I
with
don't
that.
want to. If I can tell you what to do,
You don't want 'em.
I don't want you. Don't
Fact.
you gotta be able
Preach.
to? If I have an attitude, yes, okay, that's gonna happen. But you gotta lead me.
Okay.
Yes.
We got a
like
super chat.
50-50
Real women
here
like
and
leaders.
there, but like when I get an attitude, I want you to be like, hey, it's okay.
Okay.
Like whatever. But besides that, I like 50-50 mostly because I like my own shit and I like my
Cat.
side of independence and I like being
You said
alone. That is not.
I'll explain to you why. I'll explain to you why.
Mike, where you at, too?
I'll explain to you why.
I've had one boyfriend my whole life, and I got rid of him within a year,
I'll
and went right back to celibacy. Hell no.
Let me tell you how the world works, right?
Okay.
If you're in a relationship, there is no such thing as 50-50. You can't be partner, even when there's an established partnership in the business, right? It's never 50-50. You can have 50-50 shares,
can I-
but essentially there's one person who's a decision maker in that business. It's the same organization for a relationship. It's the same organization for a family. When you're with a man, it's either he's leading you or you're leading him. That
Okay.
doesn't mean that you can't ever
Also-
lead. Let me finish.
Okay, babe.
That doesn't mean you can't ever lead. It means that there's certain situations you might be better equipped to handle. If I got a baby and the baby's crying, I ain't gonna tell you how to shut the baby up. You gotta figure that out. You're leading. But as far as making decisions about what we doing with our lives or where we're going or whatever, if you're with a man that can't direct that and kind of paint that picture for you, because that's really what men do with women. The job of a man is to paint a picture for a woman, and that's how women follow.
Leadership. Yep.
Okay.
But if
okay.
if he can't paint that picture for you, you're not gonna be attracted to him long term. And this is probably why that Western relationships fail.